Yeah. How long has it been since I had a video at this table? Making videos at night and shit like that. Weird, right? I forgot I own things other than muscle shirts and tank tops and shit. I own my fucking Mickey Mouse t-shirt and I can drink coffee from a Mickey Mouse mug that I... Ironic. The mood of the video is always the opposite of my clothing. Yeah. If I wear a fucking shirt with all blood on it and shit, talk about happy, Christmas and shit. I have a few updates to the Parkland shooting. First and foremost, in my last video when I made that, I said I think the deputy might have been on the other side of the building and not got there in time. Thank God I only said that, because there's been a lynch mob after this guy for the past couple of weeks now. And I was listening to Bill O'Reilly's podcast. Bill O'Reilly does a streaming video. He used to do a recording, like there's an actual video where he sits down and talks like I do. But you gotta be a member and pay a couple dollars a year, because he's off Fox News now. Bill O'Reilly said that Scott Peterson, the deputy's name, heard there were firecrackers in the football field. And he went to the football field. Now, if you remember the Temple shooting with Gina Som, the guy threw a smoke bomb through one window to distract the guards, but Gina Som didn't fall for it and she waited for him at the door he ended up coming into. Did the suspect set up these firecrackers off to distract him? Was that a lie? Was that someone hearing something? Okay, don't forget, we all went to high school. Okay, when I was in high school, you could have a stupid rumor go from one end of the building to the other in 3 seconds. Okay? So he goes out there to investigate that. That's going on. And I've seen shit happen. I saw one time an ambulance go by, and the ambulance comes by less than 10 seconds later. I got moving around a fucking school bus now. And one of my mothers was coming back from bringing the kids to school, and she said she herself is a paramedic. And she said the ambulance was down there, saw a locked gate in the alley and had to turn back around and go out, okay? And I one time saw a fucking ambulance. I let him through, and he's going around the block a couple times. I'm like, wait, fuck this. I did my job, okay? I've seen cops pass right by the intersection. Okay, not even on the job, but on off duty, on television. You watch these real shows on TV. Okay, you might say 4th. But there might be background noise, and that might come out as 5th. So the cop drives right past 4th Street, goes to 5th Street. Because while you're yelling, I need the cop at 5th Street, I need the cop at 4th Street, there's a bus blowing his horn in the background or whatever, so things get misconstrued, distractions happen, okay? I've seen it, okay? You might have someone tell you, there's a guy passed out in the alley. Which alley? That alley. It's not that alley, it's the next alley. Okay? So things get misconstrued. So before we hang him, let's figure out what went wrong. Now, guys inside got on their cell phones and called 911. And then 911 heard, okay, it is a school shooting. Let's get deputies there. But the first couple of guys did barricade outside, and they did refuse to go in. Now, Colton Hobb, he was the kid that saved a couple of guys' lives. And he wanted to ask CNN at the CNN lynch party about armed guards or armed veterans or hiring someone to protect the school. And that didn't fit CNN's narrative, so CNN said, okay, you gotta ask this question. He said, fuck you, okay? Well, Colton Hobb's family, not Colton Hobb himself, but his family, admitted that they changed a line in an email about something. Okay? Yeah, you see how this jumbles out, okay? You got a million different fucking people, and they're saying a million things at once, and all you're okay? That's what happens in a situation like this. Everybody heard something. I'll give you an example. I might have said this before. The night Lincoln was assassinated. Yes, we're going to go there. He was assassinated in a giant auditorium with over 2,000 people in it. And they took written testimony from every single one of those 2,000 people. And that written testimony is archived to this day for historians and shit. They've analyzed every single written statement. 2,000 people saw the president get shot in the fucking head. No two people said the same shit. Okay? No two people. Look at the Kennedy assassination. If it wasn't for the fucking Zapruder film, we wouldn't know what went on. Because all the guys watching the Kennedy assassination, every single one of them says a different thing. And the only thing we know is the video from the dressmaker, Mr. Zapruder. And there is a video of something. It's going to be released. Never. Who knows? But, well, so that happened. Now, I did catch some of these kids in a lie. Emma Gonzalez, the bald chick, she said that Trump and the senator repealed a law that would have stopped a mentally ill guy from buying a gun. Here's the truth about that. Obama, yeah, we're going to go there. He signed an executive order that had not gone into effect yet. And the executive order he signed said, if you're on Social Security and you need help managing your Social Security money, that is reported to the FBI and you can't buy a gun. Now, when my father retired, I was 15. Because I was 15, I was entitled to Social Security money until the day I graduated high school. When my maternal grandfather died, my mother was 15 and my youngest uncle was 18 months. And every single one of my mother's siblings got money from Social Security until they turned 18 or graduated high school. Okay? And so not everybody on Social Security is elderly. I have an uncle who's disabled. His knee is fucking shot. He's on Social Security disability. Okay? There's a dozen different types of Social Security. Okay? There's a guy who drops dead of a heart attack. His wife gets Social Security. Okay? People get Social Security when guys die. When my uncle passed away, his younger daughter was 13. No. My uncle's ex-girlfriend, the daughter's mother, died. Daughter was 13. She got money from Social Security. My uncle died 2 years later. Daughter got more money from Social Security. Okay? People get Social Security benefits for disabilities, for family members dying, family members retiring. Okay? Now, I'm under 18, and my mother is helping me manage my Social Security money. Okay? In fact, to this day, my mother helps me with my taxes and shit. Okay? If this executive order had gone into effect decades earlier, I would have been reported to the FBI, and I would have had to get a lawyer and sue the government to get my Second Amendment rights. Okay? My aunts and uncles and my cousin, my uncle's daughter, all these guys whose someone dies and they get Social Security money under 18, they have to have someone manage their money. Okay? You might have a guy who's 85 years old. He's on Social Security. Okay. Well, his daughter is an accountant and his daughter helps him manage the money. Should he be reported to the FBI? Okay? A woman, her husband drops dead, she gets Social Security. She's not as smart as my mother, so she goes to hire someone to help them with Social Security. Having a part-time managing your Social Security money is not a felony. And it's not domestic violence. So it should not be reported to the government to ban you from owning a gun. And likewise, it hadn't taken effect yet, and I don't think this guy was on Social Security. Well, he had a mother die, a father die, he had a lot of fucking problems in the head. He might have been on Social Security. I don't know. But that's what I'm saying, okay? This woman, the bald head, she lied. She said there was a law that stopped mentally ill people from buying guns, and it was repealed by Trump, by President Trump. Lie. There was an executive order signed which would have prevented guys having a hard time managing Social Security money from buying a gun. Okay? And that means you would have had a million law-abiding elderly guys, a million law-abiding disabled guys, a million law-abiding other people, dependents, that would have had to go and get a lawyer and sue the government to get their rights back. Okay? So that was a fucking lie. I don't know if they told her. I don't know if she did it herself, but it was a fucking lie. Now, they're saying we need to lower the voting age to 16. Okay, but we need to raise the age of buying a semi-automatic rifle to 21. Or buying a rifle with a pistol to 21. Well, if you're not mature enough to own a rifle until you're 21, and they would have an exemption for the military. Like if a guy's 18, joins the army, he can buy a rifle on his own. If you're not mature enough to buy a rifle till you're 21, why are you voting at 16? Okay, these kids were eating fucking Tide Pods last week. Okay, even when I was 5, I knew not to put shit in my mouth. Okay, so you got guys that are 15, 16, 17, they're putting fucking Tide Pods in their fucking mouth. Okay, but now we're gonna let them vote. Okay, your brain doesn't stop developing until you're 25, but you should vote at 16. You're 16, 17, you're texting while driving on the highway. You are more dangerous than someone who is driving drunk and high. But you should vote. And then people call these kids out. You're a liar, you're this and that. Okay, if the voting age be lowered to 16, but these guys are 17, 18. They're old enough to vote at 16, but when I call them out on their lying at 18, I'm a bully. Okay? You're gonna lie, you're mature enough to vote at 16, but I should not correct you for lying at 18. Okay? And the media is only focusing on the guys that want gun control. Okay, CNN. Okay, the guys that want to hire armed guards, the guys that want to hire veterans to protect the schools, the guys that have a teacher who is a veteran who wants to carry a gun to school. Those guys are being ignored or lied to, or they're planting questions for them to answer. They're not answering them. Okay, or telling them to answer this question. Okay, like here's your question. This is one you're gonna ask. We wrote it for you. Okay, but the guys that want gun control, they're front and center. They're being driven in buses to capitals and to DC and to all that bullshit. Okay, they're being given the camera. They're encouraging a fucking walkout in school. Okay, but you know, so there's the hypocrisy right there. When I want gun control, the media is all over my ass. Okay, I'm verified on Twitter. But when I say, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't blame the gun. Maybe we should ask why the FBI. Okay, no. Okay, he's not verified on Twitter. We're not gonna pay attention to him. We're gonna ignore him, and it's okay to beat him up too. If you call him out on this, it's stupid shit. That's okay too. And oh, by the way, the police, they didn't investigate him 39 times. They investigated him 45 times. Okay, yeah. So we have a lot of questions that got to be answered. There's a lot of rumors going around still. There's a lot of kids caught lying. Okay, now there's supposed to be a walk down April 20th, which is a Columbine High School day. Walk out to the main gun control. And that's kid David Hogg. He wants to be a CNN reporter. Yeah, reporter. Okay, he was on, you know, we have a right to protest and shit. I'm like, listen, kid. I was on Twitter. Listen, kid. He didn't get back to me though. You can protest, but protesting is for your own time. Okay, when you're in school, you're there to learn. When you're at work, you're there to do a job. You want to protest on your own time. And there were times when I wanted to protest, but I had work. There were times when I wanted to protest, and I didn't protest, and I did protest because I didn't have work. Okay? If you want to protest, you protest after school, after work, on your own time. But if you tell your boss, listen, boss, I want to go protest. Okay? I need a personal day on Monday. And your boss might say, on Monday, we have a shipment of this coming in. Or on Monday, this client is coming in. Or on Monday, this is coming in. Okay? By law, the only time your boss or your principal is legally allowed to let you take off of work by law is if you are sick, or if a member of your family is sick, or if a member of your family dies. Okay? By law, and they have like personal days, okay, but by law, if you tell your boss, I need the day off because I have to go and protest, okay, by law, I don't know what the union contract is, but by law, your boss can say no. You're not sick. Also, religious observance. Okay, if you are Jewish and you bring your boss or your principal a letter from your rabbi saying that because of this Jewish holiday, you need to come have a day off to go to synagogue. Okay, that's fine too. Okay, religious observance, physical illness, or death in the family. Okay, like I gotta go to my aunt's funeral and shit. Okay, that's legal. Okay, but if you tell your boss I need a day off to protest, and your boss says protesting is not in your contract, come to work or be fired. Okay, and I tell these kids, considering how fucking stupid you are, you really need to be in school. Okay, because if you think you have a right to just skip school to go protest or skip work to go protest, you're a fucking idiot. Okay, and if you think that this guy killed these people, God rest their souls, because his rifle had a pistol grip. Okay, and when he's firing his rifle, he's going like this, pistol grip. Okay, if he had a traditional rifle, okay, he wouldn't have been able to kill anybody. Okay, if you think that's the problem, not only should you be in school, you got a little fucking psychiatrist after school. Okay, but it's just so fucking stupid. And a whole bunch of companies said they're dropping NRA benefits, or they're dropping the NRA membership, or they're dropping NRA discounts, promotional shit, and airlines, and the customer's saying, okay, listen, you're not honoring my NRA discount anymore. Okay, fine, cancel my plane tickets now, and I'll go somewhere else. United canceled the NRA discount. Now, think about this for a minute. Fucking motorcycles. Every time it was quiet all day. The airline that beats the shit out of their own customers doesn't want the least violent people in the world to be on their plane. Think about that. NRA members are the least violent people in this world. Okay? NRA membership, Second Amendment Foundation membership, Gun Owners of America membership, okay? These organizations forbid violent people because you can't be violent. You have to be non-violent to own a gun. You can't own a gun if you're a violent person, right? So the organizations that are the least violent people in the world are forbidden to fly an airline that beats the shit out of their own customers. And they're saying boycott this and boycott that. And some idiot said tomorrow, boycott FedEx, boycott Amazon, boycott Apple TV. Yeah, I own stock in Amazon. I own stock in Apple TV. So this is what I did. I went on Amazon and I put stuff in the cart. I'll let you know what it is when it comes in. And I'm ordering things today. They said yesterday, boycott Amazon and boycott FedEx tomorrow. Tomorrow was not today. Tomorrow was not that, yeah. Okay, so today, Thursday, March 1st, I am going to go on Amazon and buy things to be mailed to my house by FedEx. Because these fucking idiots are boycotting FedEx and Amazon. Okay, and I own stock in Amazon. I own stock in fucking Apple. Okay, so you're boycotting companies which I make money off of. Okay, and I'm like, did anybody boycott Coca-Cola when the Titanic sunk? Did anybody boycott the local video rental store? Yeah, I'm alright. When the Gulf War happened. Okay. I said local video store, not Blockbuster. Old school, right? Yep. And I'm like, we're raising a generation of fucking idiots, okay? And they get stupider and stupider. Okay? And there were guys, when I was 17, 18, saying, you stupid fucking kids. Well, let me tell you something. I'm 35. I'll be 36 next Saturday, the 10th. If you called anyone my age stupid, a generation ago, 15, 16, 17 years ago, okay, you owe us an apology. Okay? Because if you're looking at my generation at the turn of the century and calling us stupid, okay, I'm looking at these kids now, you owe me a fucking apology. A big one too. They're boycotting FedEx, they're boycotting Amazon because of the fucking shooting in Florida. Okay? And my idiot friend from high school, she's doing that shit too. Well, actually, I call for a boycott of my friend's business, okay? My friend's a college professor. Her husband owns a cafe. She owns a charity giving out prom dresses to underprivileged girls. Okay? She has a share in a guitar company, and I posted a while ago to boycott all her companies because she didn't want gun shows in Westchester County. And she supports Planned Parenthood, and now she's boycotting the NRA. So she's boycotting companies that are dropping NRA. So listen, I call for boycott her shit. Okay. If you're gonna boycott this company because they give discounts to NRA members who have nothing to do with this, then I'm gonna call for boycott of your company. Also, I don't think I should be giving money to someone who runs a business who gives her money to an organization that cuts babies' heads off. And that kid David Hogg, that stupid fucking kid, okay, his mother is a Planned Parenthood fanatic. Okay, his mom is the Planned Parenthood poster child. We want more Planned Parenthood. We want more abortion. Okay, she's an abortion zealot. Okay, so your son is protesting to ban pistol grips from rifles because people will die. Okay, but you are the poster child for an organization that wanted to pull your son's head off when you were pregnant with him. And a lot of guys like, Vinny, why are you picking these kids? I'm not picking on these kids. Okay? If these kids want to be political activists, then they're going to use their First Amendment right to talk. I'm going to use my First Amendment right to talk. When you use your First Amendment right to lie, I'm going to use my First Amendment right to tell the truth. I'm not advocating these kids be put in jail. They can talk all they want. But if they're going to talk and lie, I'm going to talk and truth. Sorry. And they're exploiting their friends' deaths, okay? When I was a kid, I had friends die for stupid reasons, okay? I had a friend die in a car accident. I had a friend die of stomach cancer, okay, before my 19th birthday. Okay, I had friends die of this and that. Okay? I didn't exploit my friends' deaths, okay? When my friends died, I didn't want to yuck up the camera, okay? When my friends died, I wasn't in the back of a talk show studio giggling and laughing for the camera, okay? They got pictures of these fucking kids at studios and they taking selfies. I'm like, your friends died in a horrible massacre, okay? And you're using that as motivation to come on television and talk about why I don't need my rights or why my rights killed your friends. But you're like, okay? Fuck you. Alright? If you're going to exploit your friends' memories, I hope to God your friends come back and haunt you. Okay? I hope they come back and haunt your asses, okay? Because let me tell you something now, okay? If I die, man, the world's gonna be, when I die, this world's gonna be so quiet and boring. If I die, and you use my death to yuck up the fucking camera, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna haunt your ass. Okay? I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna haunt your ass, okay? There is one person on this planet that has my permission to exploit my death, and that is Shannon Miller, okay? And the reason being is because I feel guilty because every birthday I always call Shannon Miller an old lady. And I don't feel guilty enough to stop doing that. But I do feel guilty enough to give her permission to dance on my grave when she's 105. So when I die, 105-year-old Shannon Miller can come and dance on my grave, okay? She's the only person that has that permission. If you exploit my death, I will haunt you. Okay? Thank you. Bye.